Well, we are here at Orchard Glen trying to avoid the little rain shower that Maija told me is not coming till 5.
It's not.
A few moments later.
Could we do a rain delay?
Plot twist. Little break.
Yeah.
Okay, it's going well so far, right? Okay.
You're doing great. Oh my gosh, Maija. Yeah, you're awesome. Yeah, just a casual stroll through Orchard Glen.
It's beautiful.
We're gonna have all the different types of weather that we can possibly have.
Yeah,
Look knocked
hopefully
over
it
the
doesn't
stand.
rain during our conversation.
No, that would suck.
That would be
if
crazy.
It would suck if we had to go to the Kia Soul and like play some 2000 era hip hop.
That won't happen.
That would suck.
Yeah.
All right, welcome Maija.
Thank you.
Well, we are here at Orchard Glen trying to avoid the little rain shower that Maija told me is not coming till 5.
It's
so
not.
we should be okay.
We're good.
And I've got my dear friend Maija Davis here, who is our contact at West Acres.
Yep.
That was, I think, my first introduction to you. You go way back with my wife. You were in class together. So
Good old
that
days.
already was a comforting thing for
Yes.
me. And you are an influencer and content creator.
Micro-influencer.
Yeah, okay. She's trying to get macro. She's
Yeah.
2K away from 10K on
Yep.
TikTok, which means she can, at that point, monetize.
Yep.
So good
Help me
things are
get there.
coming. Yeah.
All 26 of you follow.
Hey, you've seen our streams.
Yeah.
We're up to
You
like-
almost have
We're up
1,000.
to like 900.
Yeah, let's beat 1,000 on this one.
We're getting there.
Okay.
We're getting there. Yeah, we definitely will with this one. So it's a joy to have you on this. This is our last episode of season 1, and I saved
It's an honor.
best for last.
Oh, geez.
Big shoes to fill,
I'm scared.
possibly. But I think for the new audience that has not had the pleasure of getting to know you yet, I would love to just hear some of the Maija origin story and what
Okay.
prompted you, the daughter of a well-decorated artist here in Fargo.
She's going to love that.
Yeah, yeah, good. Arts Partnership Board,
Yeah.
I'm doing my part. What prompted you to pursue a path in communications, marketing, and how your career has gone now to being at the dream gig at West Acres?
Truly. Well, thank you for having me, first and
Yeah.
foremost. And yeah, I think you said it perfectly, like being born to an artist, like creativity is just in my blood. My grandma was also an artist, so I think I knew immediately I needed to go down the path where I could be creative and have some sort of like inspiration every single day.
For sure.
So I knew, and I'm really good yapper. So like communication degree
The best
made
yapper,
sense. Yeah,
for
like
sure.
you'll never get me to shut up. So I knew I could probably use that to my benefit. So went to NDSU, studied communication, and ended up falling in love with marketing. And it's actually kind of a funny story of how I got into that. If we want to go
Let's
all
go.
the way
Yeah,
from the
let's go.
beginning, like
Yep.
backing it up a little bit. But back in high school, I was very involved in theater. I'm dramatic, again, a yapper. I loved theater, and I was also like dabbling into modeling a little bit.
Okay.
And
Flex?
I feel, no, it's not a flex, but I found myself in a West Acres commercial. Oh, look at that. The sun
Wow,
just
glorious.
really came out. Do we have to change the lighting? Okay, I'll start from that part again. Okay.
Yeah.
So I was dabbling into a little bit of modeling and somehow found my way into a West Acres commercial when I was in high school.
Crazy.
This is a very full circle moment. Back when West Acres was making TV commercials, which is kind of funny to think
Yeah.
about. And I remember being on set thinking, this is so cool. I remember seeing Alyssa, who's now my boss, thinking like, oh my God, she's so iconic. Like she has the best job. And just like looking around and seeing, you know, the strategy behind everything, the styling, the aesthetics. I'm like, whatever this is, I'm obsessed with it. And so that really stuck with me. And then once I got to college, I saw West Acres had an internship. So I applied for the internship, had so much fun in that internship. It was supposed to be like a semester long, and I ended up staying for 2 years because they just couldn't get rid of me. I loved it so much, and I just begged to stay.
Yeah.
And then I told myself, like, if West Acres ever hires again, like, that is where I want to be. I loved everything about West Acres. I'm very passionate about it. And then, yeah, full circle moment, 8 years later, a job opened up, which is hard to do at West Acres. Jobs don't open up very often
sure,
because
yeah.
people really stay there. It's
Turnover's
really,
like nil.
yeah, people stay for a really long time, but a job opened up. I wasn't even looking for a job, and here we are. But isn't it funny that it all stemmed from that commercial?
Yeah.
Which is on
commercials-
YouTube. It's really cringe.
Really?
It's called All Wrapped Up.
Can we layer that in here, Sahel?
It's honestly kind of like funny to watch back. Like the fact
Yeah.
that we used to do that as our advertising is crazy. But
How deep did you get into the like actually being in ads? Did you have? Is there like an IMDb or anything for?
no,
Okay.
no.
All right.
I don't even know how this came to be. I feel like I was suggested by my mom or something.
Sure,
They're just
okay.
like, what free models can we get out there?
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So coming from intern to now basically leading the marketing and experience side at West Acres, Tell me a little bit about what changed with the passage of time. So when you were an intern getting your feet wet in West Acres versus what mall marketing looks like in 2026.
Right.
What's the evolution been?
Oh my gosh, so much has changed. I feel like people always say like 2017, I feel like was an important time for malls where people really things started to change, and like everyone likes to say malls were dying, and I feel like we really took it within us to be like, okay, what can we do to make this a destination where it's more than just shopping? Or I like to say we're not a regular mall, we're a cool mall. So it's like, what can we do to be cool? And we really put our emphasis on experience and events and decor and things that make people feel happy when they're there, just beyond going shopping. And so I feel like that's what's made us like stand out. Granted, we've always been doing that, but I feel like we do it more and more. And it's also just funny, like the types of marketing we were doing back when I was an intern. Like I was writing blogs. We don't have a blog anymore. Like we did styled shoots. We just don't do that anymore. So we've been evolving as trends change and what our audience wants to see. And so it's kind of fun to have been there from the beginning, or not the beginning, but my beginning to now. So much has changed.
You have two very different hats you wear, I would say. Events and experience marketing, significantly different than like the digital content, social side that your team is also doing. Obviously, you've got a great team.
The
Kayla,
best team.
Emma on your team that are awesome. Alyssa still involved in many capacities. But tell me a little bit about how you like segment your day out to fit these two very distinct, different things. And what's your project management look like? Like what's the software? What tool are you using?
We use Monday, which I feel like another walk in the park person said Monday. That saves us. Like, and I'm also an Outlook calendar girly. I have to like separate everything because it is a lot. Events and experience is totally a different world than social content, marketing, making ads. It's just a lot to balance, but also they coincide so perfectly because a lot of what we market about ourselves is our experience and our installations and what makes us different. So it does kind of tie hand in hand, which is nice.
You're not waiting on this like separate events team to pass you down all the details that you then need to
I am the events team.
Yeah, you got it. You got it all.
Yeah.
What has been maybe the most surprising challenge coming into the new role that you've had the last, well, now it's your, is it
almost
2 years?
3.
Oh my gosh. Is your 3-year review, did it happen today?
Oh, my review is tomorrow.
Okay.
So Alyssa, give me a good score, please. I hope I met expectations.
I was going to ask you how it went.
Yeah, I'll let you know tomorrow.
Okay,
no,
good.
I think it'll be fine.
Going into 3 years, but what's been like the most surprising challenge for you in the mall marketing and like events space in general?
I think the biggest challenge for me is prior to West Acres, I came from Sanford, and Sanford had a marketing department of 200 people.
Yeah.
So I had the luxury of a graphic designer, a copywriter, video editors, journalist, whatever I needed, I could rely on other people. Whereas now we have a small marketing team of like 3.5.
Crazy, crazy.
It's crazy. So really having to just jump in and like not being able to say like, well, I'm not a graphic designer, I can't do that. I'm like, well, I'm gonna learn today because I'm gonna go on Canva, I guess. I don't know. Like I just have to like jump in. Friend. Yeah, pretty much. So just adapting to wearing multiple hats, but it's also fun because you get to dabble in different things. I've been learning how to update our website or just learning how to edit video or write copy. I've like grown so much in this role because I have to do so much by myself.
Totally. One of the other evolutions in your world in particular, you and your husband, Matt, moved to Minneapolis not that long ago, and you've been doing the commute, I know, 1 week out of a month you're in Fargo, which is why we were blessed to have you.
Perfect timing.
This week. It worked out.
Yeah.
What has it been like switching to the remote environment, and for a self-proclaimed yapper and like culture gal like you,
I know.
How have you stayed connected despite being in a remote environment?
That's such a good question. I was really nervous about this. And I think my team was nervous for me, and like all of us were like, let's just see how this goes. Like, how is Maija gonna function by herself? Like, that's a very valid question. And I'd say just really putting an emphasis on making connections with my team and keeping that connection. I feel like I was very lucky to start my job not remote then go remote. I really feel for the people that start remote. How do you even build a connection like that? That would be really tough. So I'm lucky I had that really strong connection when I left. And then I just really make it a point to connect with my coworkers, and most of the time not even about work. Like I'm just like FaceTiming, Teams calling, messaging about our weekends and making sure I still feel like that really genuine connection. And then when I'm here, I really put an emphasis on just spending quality time with them because it's so important. I never want my team especially to feel like out of touch with me or feel like they can't connect with me. So I've really tried to focus on that. And it's hard sometimes. Like I get a little lonely, but then I just like FaceTime Alyssa and I'm like, what are you doing? And she's like, go back to work. And I'm like, I just want to yap. Like, come on. So I make it happen, but I think coming back that 1 week a month helps a lot.
That's good. Yeah, it feels from our end, and I know we're just a vendor partner of yours, but
we have a close
you've
relationship
done a very
too.
good job of not making it seem like you're away from Fargo.
I try
you're
not
still
to.
so embedded in what's happening in the community.
And even beyond my team, like we have really close community partners, like Love Always is basically an extension of my team. And I am constantly texting, FaceTiming, whatever I need to do. And it's just nice that they feel like they can call me whenever and I'll be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to segue into the influencer side for you, but I think the perfect segue is like, as the marketing director at West Acres, you are also actively trying to get influencers and content creators to help share West Acres brand, which is a good call right now. If there's anyone that's watching,
100%. Call me.
Maija is your gal for all collabs.
DM me.
Yeah. But when you're thinking about it from the company standpoint, so representing West Acres and you're seeking content creators or relationships, what do you prioritize? And
such a good question.
do you have any like horror stories? You don't have to share if there's a really bad experience, but
that's
maybe
a good question.
Anecdotally thinking about like the worst content creator experience versus the best from a brand standpoint.
Yeah. No, that's such
What
a good
sticks
question.
out?
What is so important to me and my team is authenticity. Obviously, I think that's why the influencer marketing economy is so important, is because you show an authentic side to yourself. People are so sick of the AI and the like just super scripted stuff that they want to see someone's real experience. And so for us, when we're trying to find influencers for West Acres, it's like, are they authentically shopping here anyway? Are they already organically putting on their story that they went to the food court for lunch or that they're shopping at their favorite store? Like it's already a part of their life. So it's authentic to them. So it doesn't feel fake or produced. That's number one. But also someone that can let that shine through in their content. What I don't really need is like someone showing a haul of what you got. I want them to show West Acres of like, they came and had a really fun experience. They went to an event. They had a really good conversation with someone at the store, or like they had some sort of connection or meaningful experience beyond shopping, because you can shop anywhere. But like, what is different about West Acres? It makes you feel something.
Yeah.
So if they can somehow, it's not easy to do, but like portray that in a video that they just had a fun experience, that is going to be like the best thing. And that would convince someone to come shop with us, is to come to have that experience. So I don't know if I've had like a horror story, but I feel like my horror story would be something like super fake and scripted. That stuff makes me cringe.
Right. And you also identified yourself as a micro influencer. I feel like in Fargo terms, you're bigger than that. So give yourself a little credit.
No. People are going to go to my page and be like, this girl has no followers.
She got nothing.
It's cringe.
No, it's not cringe at all. But what do you think about like quality versus quantity in terms of the
Love that
reach
question.
side?
You know, I'm biased because I don't have a large quantity of followers, but I have a great quality of followers. I think it's just like any marketer would understand engagement. If you have, it's kind of like if you go to a store and if 100 people walk into your store, but only one person buys something, that's not very impressive. But if 5 people walk in and all 5 of them buy something, like that actually made an impact. So it's the same with followers. Like if you just have a ton of passive followers who don't engage with your content, like big whoop. So there's millions, there's people that have millions of followers but only get 1,000 views. It's like, okay, no one is even watching your stuff. Maybe they're fake followers, I don't know. But couldn't be me.
You can buy followers, right?
Couldn't be me.
Yeah, never.
I could never. But having an authentic, engaged audience is so important. And I prioritize that even when I'm looking for influencers for West Acres. I don't even care if you have just a few hundred followers. If they're all engaged and really like care about what you have to say and what you're suggesting, that would win me over 100%.
Yep. I love it. On the content side, so for you as a content creator, influencer of other brands, when brands reach out to you, what level of scriptedness, creative brief, etc. do you prefer? Or do you like to just be sent product, open-ended, like, hey, make content in the Maija style?
Yeah, so what's funny is it kind of depends. I'm pretty type A, so I kind of like a little bit of guideline of like what you're expecting. I've had a few brand deals where like, yeah, just do whatever. And I'm like, okay, well, like, is there any product you want to highlight in particular? Or like, give me something.
Just vibe.
But on the same, like the opposite end of the spectrum, if it's super overly scripted, like I recently, I don't want to like say the name, but you could find it on my page. There's one where it's like, okay, in the first 3 seconds, say this, and then talk about, okay, it was deodorant. I'll just spill it. It was deodorant, you guys. I did a brand deal for deodorant, and it was like, put it on your armpit and say that it like avoid sweat for 72 hours. I'm like, this is so cringe. No one is ever gonna say that naturally.
That's actually totally how you talk.
No.
As someone that follows you.
But I'm like, a girl's got to get their bag, so I did it anyway. But I'm like, if it's too scripted, it doesn't feel authentic. So I try really hard when there's that many guidelines to still make it authentic to me, and I feel like I still try to like play into the fun side and like get some aesthetic shots. But there's like highs and lows when it comes to guidelines. Like just something in the middle is perfect.
Yeah, for sure. Do you have a specific style that you prefer? Like following you, I mean, you're in the middle of doing a day in the life video even now. I feel like you're very good at just documenting organic moments. Are there ever situations where you're making content in a way that you just don't like feel super comfortable or polished with? Like, are you ever studio settings or things like that throw you off a little bit?
I think anything overproduced.
Yeah,
like
sure.
if I have to sit down and like, even this light is weirding me out. Like the mic, I normally, this is like pretty produced. This is kind of fancy. I'm normally just winging it. Yeah, it's a little much. I'm just kind of used to just like roughing it and just being authentic again and just showing my day to day. Like yesterday I made a day in the life vlog where it was downpouring and I'm like soaking wet, running outside with a newspaper over my head because I didn't have an umbrella. I'm like, well, that's just the reality of what my day looked like yesterday. So showing the good, bad, and the ugly.
Yep. When you are writing scripts, what does your process usually look like? How regimented are you with it? Do you like to just be pretty natural, go with the flow, record a snippet, think about the next line later? Or are you kind of like documenting things out in a Google Doc or Notes app?
See, like a normal person would just like talk off the cuff, but I'm so type A, I have to like write out a script, and literally in CapCut I'll have like a teleprompter of what to say because I don't want to
even know you could do that.
You can. It's a really nice like little tip if you ever have to do voiceovers. But as a marketer, like I overthink of what I need to include, and I want to like hit the certain talking points and like totally trying to get a really good hook, a conclusion, making it feel wrapped up, talking fast enough so it's not boring but not saying too much. It's a whole thing. So if I can write it out and just like naturally read it off, that is my best case scenario. But I do love a good voiceover.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the vibe.
You've been doing social media for a long time. How has your relationship with social shifted as you enter your almost 30s?
I have a lot of hot takes on social media. I feel like as people get older, people are like, I am so over social media. Like, I'm going to delete social media, like doom scrolling, whatever. I'm like, I actually wish people posted more. I wish people weren't
You're a good proponent of that.
Like, I wish I could advocate for people to post more. People are so worried about like how they're perceived online. They overthink posting an Instagram story. And I'm like, girl, no one cares. Like, just post whatever. I want to see your photo dump. I want to see the pictures on your vacation. I like seeing what people ate for dinner. Maybe that's just me, but I feel like so many people are so scared to put themselves out there. And I'm like, who cares? Like, I wish people were more active. It's crazy how many people I follow on Instagram that don't even post. It's like, come on. Yeah. I want to see what you're up to.
Yeah, it is wild. I'm not going to call them out. Actually, I will. They were a guest on this 2 episode, Tyler Fishbach. When tagging Tyler on this, I looked at his feed and I saw he hadn't posted since like 2023, but I know we've been...
Out him.
Yeah.
Out him.
Tyler.
Send him this podcast.
Yeah. No, I think there's been built up a lot of anticipation about what kind of response you need to get. I'd be lying if I said I haven't like even kind of hidden my like counts at times. Just be like, I don't even want to think about it. Like I don't want the ego attached to how many likes this gets.
Right. I think you just gotta. I have thousands of followers and get like 20 likes sometimes. I'm like, whatever. I'm posting it because I want to. And sometimes things are gonna hit. Some things are gonna be viral. Sometimes they're gonna flop. But no one's looking at your photos like as a friend. I don't give a crap. I'm sorry. I told myself not to swear.
You can.
Edit that out.
This is ad
shark. I don't care how many likes you have.
Cuss.
I just want to see what you're up to. And I think people overthink it and people need to live a little bit. And also like a little bit of a controversial take, but like you go online and you consume, but you're not giving anything.
Yeah.
So like you got to give and get. Like you need, it's only
like
fair.
any community. Yeah. You need to give as much as you receive.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna ask you one final question here on the influencer side, and then we have our sponsor break.
Okay.
I want to, and this is like kind of a hard, off-the-cuff hypothetical, but let's say Jack Yakowitz, 33-year-old dude, just hypothetically living in Fargo, wants to become a content creator, has never done anything. I don't want to, but just saying, wants to become one, has never done anything. What do you start doing today? Like, if you were the consultant of someone that wanted a content creation career, how would you say, like, get going in the first 30, 60, 90 days?
I love that question. I wish I would have thought of that myself.
I feel like it could be a future career for you,
Yeah,
this
like
consultancy on social.
I really like that. I think you'd have to determine, just like any brand. I mean, here's like the marketer in me. Like, what's your goal? Like, do you want to have a niche? Do you want to be like a lifestyle creator, or you want to post food reviews? Like, there's a lot of different avenues you could go down.
Again, just hypothetically, I want steak brands to sponsor me.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hypothetical.
Okay, I could totally see that. So you're gonna have to start doing some cooking videos.
Yep.
So the first thing you're gonna have to do is start recording your content. I don't know how many people just forget to pick up the phone and take a video or a picture. I've never forgot. I don't know what that's like. But some people are like, oh, I had this amazing meal last night. I forgot to take a picture. I'm like, okay, well, there's problem number one. You need to record. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. iPhone video doesn't need fancy editing or anything, but posting consistently. And then if you want to be recognized or seen, you need to tag those brands. So is there a steak brand that you love, or you want to tag Blackstone, or you want to tag the seasoning brands, the little apron that you're wearing? Like, I don't know. Like, you need to start getting yourself to be seen by literally blasting yourself everywhere.
Yeah. Did you do that in some of the early days?
Oh yeah, I still do that. I'll do a get ready with me video and tag all the makeup brands that I'm wearing, and sometimes I get noticed by them, and then they're like, hey, that's a great video. I'll send you more makeup if you do another one. I'm like, perfect, let's do it. That's actually, fun fact, the very first partnership I ever got in my life was 7 years ago, and it was with Bubbler.
That was the first one? I didn't realize that was the first.
Like, literally,
Started at the top.
It's starting to rain.
We're getting all the seasons here.
Yeah,
This is
literally,
great.
it was like
Are you
so
okay
sunny.
with this?
It's cool, it's cool.
All right.
But my first ever brand deal was Bubbler, and it all started because I was just obsessed with Bubbler and was posting them on my stories and like blasting them every day, like drinking a Bubbler, and they're like, hey, if you keep it up, we'll send you some Bubbler. And now they've been sending me Bubbler every single month for 7 years.
You made it.
Yeah.
I think while we do a sponsor break, this should also be a brief pause on the rain episode. Could we do a rain delay?
Plot twist.
I think it's
Oh my gosh, I
gonna
feel
come
like
down hard
it's
for
a
like a second.
downpour.
Yeah. Is there a good spot to hide? Or
In our car?
Just go in cars? Okay.
I mean, you could go in the porta potty, Jack.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dang, I was so confident it wasn't gonna rain. Little break.
Yeah.
Okay, it's going well so far, right? Okay.
You're doing great. Oh my gosh, Maija. Yeah, you're awesome.
Okay. Only swore.
All right, we're back from the little rain delay.
Yes.
Very fun. And the 15-year-old Kia.
It's a flex.
As we are getting our Loock, maybe you can get the bag of goodies. As we're getting the goodies that Maija had requested for the sponsor break, I do want to just have like one final question for you on the brand side, which is, if you could dream up any brand deal today, what would it be? I feel like everybody's got kind of the, if anyone reached out.
Oh, I got it.
Who is it?
I would love to, it doesn't have to be a specific brand, but any sort of like really bougie champagne brand.
Okay.
And they want to fly me to France and have me go to the vineyard and talk about like the history of their brand in the vineyard.
Yeah.
That would be iconic.
All right.
And that's
all right.
my dream, manifesting.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yes.
Do you have a go-to brand at all of the French vineyard
Oh my
champagnes?
gosh.
You can bring these out.
I mean, if
you
we're-
guys joined for this too.
This wouldn't be like my top pick just drinking it, but like the most iconic brand to work with would be Veuve, because like everybody knows Veuve, and like how cool would that be to
I
have
was
a
thinking you were
sponsorship
gonna
of
say
Veuve?
Andre.
Yeah, right, Jack.
That's the
Oh my
only
God.
champagne I've ever had.
You look like you drink barefoot.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go.
Just kidding.
Yeah. Thank you.
Are you even
I'm a
into
man
wine?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, are you actually?
I'm mostly like, I am a one-trick pony, but smoked old fashioned is
Oh
like
yeah, I did know that about you.
what I
But like,
make
if you
all
had
the
to
time.
drink a glass of wine, what would you drink?
I would have a Pinot Noir
Oh.
with a nice ribeye steak.
Oh.
My like go-to $20-ish range bottle is Freak Show. Have you ever
Oh,
had
yeah,
that?
I've had that,
Like
yeah.
Freak Show Cab.
You
But
should try La Crema Pinot Noir.
okay, I'm
Really
in.
good. Yeah.
You got it? Mm-hmm. All right, you guys come in. Our cameramen have never been part of this.
They deserve a treat
And so I got an extra treat for them this time.
Aww.
Maija had requested sour gummy worms and a bubbler.
Yes.
I got a bubbler and trolley sour
Shout out
dried
bubbler.
eggs. Do you have a preferred flavor?
This one is
Okay.
actually my favorite flavor.
Pomegranate, acai. All right, cool. And then we've got Loock on the camera. He's been a great asset. Sile, like perpetually 15 seconds behind where we want him to be.
Come on.
Still not coming in screen. This is like constant. Yeah.
Okay, we all have to like go like this, like an influencer. And then
you
crack
get
it
up.
open on the count of 3. Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Nice. First bubbler ever.
Really?
Great company. Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Your first
This is
bubbler?
your first bubbler?
Oh my God, that's iconic.
Caffeine fucks me up.
Actually
I
gave
thought we
one.
weren't swearing.
Who said that?
my
All
God,
right,
shut up.
not gonna, I'm just kidding.
This isn't beep, beep.
Yeah, we'll beep that out.
Bleep that out.
All right. Maija, the last question that we have for you, we ask every guest.
Oh, okay, bye.
Yeah,
Sorry, we
see you, camera guys. The last question that we have that we ask every guest is, if there's a young marketer that's watching this video and wants to follow your path, what is one piece of marketing wisdom that you would give to this insert person?
That's a good one. I would say for any young marketer or any young professional in general, I think you need to be a little delusional. I think that there's way too many people out there that like lower their ambition, lower their goals, or make themselves small to maybe fit into a box or like be realistic. And I hate realistic. It's so boring, especially when you're young.
Yeah.
Like go for whatever it is. And it sounds so cheesy, but like apply for the job that you're underqualified for. Like raise your hand for something crazy, move, do something different. It's just so important to be like delusional that you can do anything, because you'd be surprised how much you can do. Like I feel like my whole career, I'm like, I can't believe I got this job. Or like, I can't believe I got this brand deal. I'm like, but the only reason I did is because I tried.
I love it.
So be delusional.
That is great. That is supreme advice from an awesome person.
No,
thank you so
thanks.
much for being our final guest, season 1. Any like last thing you want to shout out?
Oh, yes I do.
Follow you, get you to
Follow
10K
me
on TikTok.
I want Sile to do a little like edit, like ta-da.
Oh yeah.
So here's my Instagram handle. Here's my TikTok handle.
Flatten it out a little more.
Add me on LinkedIn. Whatever. Let's connect. I actually love connecting with new people, especially people in the marketing world. So like that's actually authentic. DM me, let's chat, let's hang out. If you ever want to like talk content, let's do it.
Love it.
So,
Thank you,
I love it.
Maija.
Thank you for having me. This was fun.
Bye-bye.
Cheers.
Cheers.